This segment is on hosting apps virtually. This is not to be confused with shared file drives and SkyDrives and magical cloud drives. In order to really get the true experience of a virtual workstation, we need to use applications, the things that we use on a daily basis. Microsoft Word, Outlook, the things that we rely on in business in order for our organization to function. So this is one of my absolute favorite segments because of how easy creating a virtual workstation can be. From a normal user, I have here a host machine installed, and I have a connection to that host machine to show you what the end user experience is. So right side, right upper side, this is my end user experience. This is my virtual workspace, if you will. I could see the same thing on a tablet, iPhone, Windows machine, Mac machine, doesn't matter. Left side, this is my control. This is my command center. So first thing I'm going to do is say, well, what programs do I use? And I'm going to just add a program. Very, very simple to use. Find an executable path. I could also do shortcuts to certain web files, but in this case, we're going to say, hey, display switch. For some reason, this is something we're going to use. I double click it. I hit OK. And we are now seeing display switch right here in real time. I could also remove display switch, come down here, remove it, and it's gone. So this is an example of how applications can be added to be hosted virtually. And it really allows a company to, even through security policies, to say, well, who can access QuickBooks? Who can access certain shared drive features? Who can access printing, command line, different things? So I can say, well, I could share out these applications, and according to my policy, I can enforce through the Windows security, who has access to what. And I could do that through simply navigating to the files through Windows, right-clicking on the files and saying who has access to those files through the security page. And in that way, not only with shared files, but with the executables themselves, we can see who's authorized to execute them. So that's a little bit about how to share apps and how to secure these apps to where only people that should be accessing them can access them. Again, with Virtual Workstation, you can create and determine whether people remotely or just internally can have access to those things. Most important thing, as a review, you find a machine, you find a host machine, you load some Virtual Workstation software on it, you go out to an iPad, tablet, things like that, you load up a client or an iOS download, and then you connect. And once you connect, you have access to things where you can double-click Win, and instantly I now have access from a tablet. See, tablet. I can type, I can print, I can edit, I can save, I can do anything I'd like to do. And what's important is that what you're seeing right now on the screen is not necessarily on my machine. This is a window into this virtual workstation I have somewhere else. And I'm doing it potentially through a tablet machine. So that gives you the power and to see the power of what these application shares can do for you. It's very different than sharing a file and being able to, and making you download a file, process the file on your local machine, unencrypted, unsecure, and then sending it back up to a cloud storage solution, which is what every other hosted solution is doing right now. Apps local that you have access to and shared apps is really what it's all about. So that's what this segment is for. Hope you've enjoyed it. Definitely check out virtualworkstation.org and our other videos. And thank you for watching.